Hello everyone, Alyssa Bochenek here with what's happening in Naperville now. Come mid-July, I'd never be able to find myself here 15 feet at the bottom of Centennial Beach. But there's a lot of work to be done before this place can be swimming with visitors. By combining forces with 25 different agencies around the city, the collaborative youth team has put on events to build healthy minds, healthy bodies, and a healthy land, the three components to a healthy community. It all started with Vern Finzer's love of aviation and his vision for the future, that one day Naperville would lead the way for transportation to go from this to this.
Which is what we're doing now.
So in 1953, he, Harold White, and Al Beidelman began the Naper Aero Club as a way to share their passion of flying with others and grow the field of aviation right in their own backyard.
They had formed an Air Scout troop where young people could learn to fly. Many of us were, like myself, given the opportunity to go on and find a career in aviation, and they really fostered this, Harold and my dad did.
Through the small private airport and flying clubs, Vern's idea took flight with others and continues today.
No other country has the general aviation freedom that we have here in the United States. Naper Aero is just an extension of that same thought process where people love flying, they love airplanes, they love aviation, the freedom that it represents, and they brought it even closer into their lives by building homes on a facility that has taxiways, hangars, and runways. That's what we are. We love flying.
To experience it firsthand, I strapped in and took off in Pastor's personal airplane to see what it's all about.
And we're in the air. Ta-da! Well, you can see the beauty that is Naperville, which is off to the north, off to the right.
It's a view those along Aero Drive can see often. With residents' houses right off the runway, and most with an attached hangar, their motto is, why drive when you can fly?
I took off this morning about 5:45 with a thermos of coffee in my airplane and flew and watched the sunrise from my airplane with a cup of coffee. It was great. And or people use the aircraft for business. If they travel for work, maybe they want to be in Iowa or Minneapolis or South Carolina. They can keep their airplanes in their hangars and they can use that.
But you don't have to have your own plane or be a resident to take off with this hobby. Through the Aero Club's two flying clubs, several locals have become aviators themselves.
Many of the houses have changed hands on Aero Drive too, and you make friends with all the new ones, and hopefully you can introduce some of them to flying. And we have several generations of pilots out here now too, where their parents had flown and now they're flying.
Handing down their love of reaching new heights, just as Vern did when he acted on his passion for flight.
Oh, it'll always be very special. His dream of an airport is still here, and that people are able to still enjoy aviation in a manner that he would have appreciated. Yes, it's very special.
I'm Alyssa Bochenek for Naperville News 17. The Wisconsin man charged with shooting an Amtrak conductor in Naperville last month may not be fit to stand trial. 79-year-old Edward Klein appeared in front of Judge Daniel Guerin at the DuPage County Courthouse after undergoing a mental evaluation. Attorneys for both sides exchanged preliminary information, with the state requesting time to review the mental evaluation. Klein's attorney plans to order a fitness hearing to determine if his client is fit to continue in the court system. Klein's next court hearing is July 31st. Shooting victim Michael Case remains in fair condition at Edward Hospital. And a trial date has been set in another Naperville case. James Pavolo will be appearing at DuPage County Court on October 10th to stand trial on charges of arson and criminal damage to property. The 72-year-old is accused of setting a homeless man's tent on fire in Naperville. The crime occurred last year on July 18th, when the tent of Scott Huber, a longtime squatter in Naperville, was set ablaze and destroyed. Huber was not in the tent at the time. Pavolo, a retired Chicago police officer, turned himself in and was freed on $2,500 bail. There's now a new way to get around town in Naperville. I hopped aboard a tuk-tuk to learn more.
Okay.
Here we go. If you need a ride in Naperville, there's now a three-wheeled vehicle to get you where you need to go. They're called tuk-tuks and they hail from Amsterdam.
Seatbelts for everybody. Jump in, guys.
Mike Belgio and his business partners brought them to Naperville to ease congestion and simplify your commute.
Say you've got friends that live in Clarendon Hills, live in Downers Grove, and want to meet you down here for dinner. You call us, tell us what time the train's coming in. We'll be at the 5th Avenue train station. We'll pick you up, bring you down to your friends, and then pick you back up after dinner, bring you back to the train station.
For a fee ranging from $1 per person for downtown rides to $5 per person for longer adventures, you can hail a tuk-tuk by phone call or soon by an app.
This is really the last mile that cabs and Ubers don't really want to go. So this fits perfectly for that.
Complete with seatbelts, heated seats, and covers for the cold, these vehicles are completely compliant with the law and top off at about 30 miles an hour, making them perfect for your neighborhood commute for up to 6 people at a time.
Thank you.
And it's a ride like you've never experienced, even from the driver's side.
The looks on people's faces because they're like going, wow, what is that? Because, nobody's ever seen something like this. Because it's a neat concept.
And I'd have to agree. I could feel the wind going through my hair. It was very different, but you really get to see the downtown in a different perspective. There are currently 2 tuk-tuks available for rides around Naperville, with 4 operators throughout the week. The play also focuses on personal struggles, drawing a parallel between the lives of each character and our own Joseph Naper, who transitioned from being a shipbuilder to founding and growing the city of Naperville. What's the capital of Nevada? What's the max speed of a Boeing 747 and miles per hour? And what Brazilian soccer player is nicknamed the Phenomenon? The answers to any of these can help you win big in Naperville. Now that your bike is ready and you can safely ride, it's time to hit the trails. I'm Alyssa Bochenek for Naperville News 17. For more, tune into an all-new episode of Naperville News 17 tonight at 6 p.m. or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website. For Naperville News 17, I'm Alyssa Bochenek.